What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's Aramis. Okay, girl, so I myself haven't been that active on YouTube lately, but that's because like real life is taking over right now and I'm about to start back in school and stuff, so I'm really just trying to get all this together. But that doesn't really mean I ain't been watching YouTube, okay? And let's go ahead and get this straight right now, okay? I'm not claiming to be the Beyonce of YouTube. I'm not claiming to be a big YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? I'm just claiming to be a YouTuber, okay? I've been watching a lot of videos lately of subscribers talking about how they feel when their favorite YouTubers basically ask them for money. Some of them start GoFundMe, some of them start Patreons, girl, you know, the whole mile. And you know, you'll see these subscribers going off, you know, about how they feel because in all honesty, these people are regular people working regular jobs if they old enough to even work. You know, they don't really have just money laying around to give to their favorite YouTuber, which is understandable. But you don't see many videos of other YouTubers like myself talking about this. You don't really see them talking about it. Maybe it's because I'm a smaller YouTuber and I'm not really bringing in much money from YouTube anyway, so it's like I'm not going to be asking y'all for money, but maybe that's why. Maybe it's because my numbers aren't that big. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and share my opinion now. This is just how I feel, y'all, so don't jump down my throat if you disagree. You know, we can agree to disagree in the comments, girl. It's all good. Not to be a bitch or anything, but why do YouTubers feel like, you know, they are not obligated to work regular jobs because they do YouTube? You know, like I understand like at a certain point, it becomes a full-time job because it involves so much of your time and effort and filming and editing. But honestly, if it's not paying the bills, then you have to make like the adult conscious decision to, you know, I might have to, you know, cut back on filming just a little bit and get a little side job, you know, just to help cover bills or whatever. And what really like gets under my skin is that lately I've been seeing YouTubers threaten to stop filming altogether simply because they just don't have the funds from YouTube anymore. And I just don't get that. YouTube, it can be a job, yes. It's a job for many, yes. You know, I'm grateful for the little bit of money I get from YouTube, but at the same time, because it involves so much of your time and energy and it is like your channel, you should do it because you like it. Like 90% of the reason why you do it, it should be because you want to do it. You like to do it. It's something that you enjoy doing, you know? And if, you know, the fact that you can't monetize your videos anymore is the reason why you can't upload, you know, it's kind of fucked up. And it is a slap in the face to your subscribers because they support you, you know, rich or poor. A lot of them were there from the first 100 subscribers you had, and it's just like, you know, just imagine how that feels to hear that from the other side, you know, of the camera, listening to that shit. You know, your favorite YouTuber basically telling you like, I can't film because my GoFundMe isn't working out. Like, what the fuck? Let's say you don't go the job route. This is where like, you know, this is where investments and just being smart all around comes in. And I'm not throwing no shade because I'm not adding nobody. This is really towards people that I've watched. All right. So, you know, let's say you didn't get the 9 to 5. All right. What if you branched off and started like a small business with your money? You know, you have the fan base, you have the supporters, you know, people will buy whatever you're selling, they trust you. If YouTube isn't monetizing your videos like that, why don't you start like a small side hustle? From what I'm able to see, the Storytime channels are getting hit the hardest with this monetize issue and money issue from YouTube. And honestly, I feel for them because, you know, telling stories, you don't really get many ads worth a lot of money, you know, telling stories and all this other stuff that other YouTubers do. But at the same time, if you look at the comments, just scroll through the comment section, a lot of the comments will simply be, your makeup is beautiful. Like if it's a female story timer, your makeup is beautiful, your hair is gorgeous, this, that, and the third. And there's not a single makeup tutorial or hair tutorial up on their channel, you know? And it's like, I understand you don't have to be a beauty guru, you don't have to do product reviews, you don't have to do it. But if you claim to love to film and you claim to love your subscribers, why don't you give them what they're asking for, you know? I understand you tell stories, but if your face is beat and you gonna beat it anyways for the video, why not film it? At least chit chat, get ready with me style. Something that doesn't require, you know, too much amateur style makeup, you know? You gonna do your makeup for the video anyways, girl. That's a video that you can monetize right there, and with the amount of supporters that these people usually have, hundreds of thousands of supporters, that's a check. But it's like, I don't understand, like, it's either they refuse to think outside this box. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, just help me make it make sense. Now, I like Patreon over GoFundMe because it's still making the YouTuber work for the money that it's earning every month, versus GoFundMe is literally someone giving you money. I always saw GoFundMe as something that you do if something medical or something in the family or something just really bad happened and you just really needed it bad, something like that. But I feel like that's more like, GoFundMe is more for like life happening versus more like people being irresponsible. Just listen now, just listen. I say that because a lot of these YouTubers that you see, if you go look at the money that they make per month, I know it's not always accurate, but it's a range. You go look at that, these YouTubers go from making, they can make $10,000 one month, $20,000 another month, $5,000 this month, $8,000 the next month. And it's just like, where the fuck is it going? Honestly, where the fuck is it going? I don't know. Y'all, like, I'm not even trying to be a bitch, but I work, you know what I'm saying? I work full time. I'm a student, I'm a college student. Like, I'm not trying to hold myself up on no pedestal because I damn sure don't have the subscribers to be doing that. But I'm just saying, it definitely is possible. You can upload way more than I upload. You know, a lot of the stuff is stuff that I choose to let get in the way of recording, but if I was to take YouTube a bit more seriously, I'm pretty sure that I'd be able to handle uploading twice a week, working and going to school at the same time, because I used to do it for a very long time. It's possible. Now, my only discrepancy with Patreon is the fact that it's a monthly thing. Now, I'm not against it being monthly because, you know, I have monthly subscriptions. I have Apple Music, you know, that's probably the only one that I have, if I'm being honest. But we can use Apple Music for example. I pay, you know, my, what is it, $5.99 for college students a month for Apple Music. Okay, so if your Patreon is gonna cost me $5.99 a month, I need you to be serving me something like Apple Music on the plate. I need you to be giving me everything that you can possibly give me for that $5.99, and don't bullshit me, you know. And I feel like the YouTubers that choose to go on Patreon, so far I haven't heard too much negativity come from Patreon, other than subscribers are just tired of hearing about it. But I haven't really heard people that actually watch Patreon complain, so I really don't have too much negative to say on that. I just, you know, want to give my 2 cents on it. Just make sure that you really give it to your subscribers, because they are, in a sense, now paying you out of pocket to watch you. All in all, I just feel like us YouTubers, we gotta do better, y'all. Like, honestly, that shit is embarrassing. It really is. Like, I'm dead ass. That shit is embarrassing. Like, YouTube is pretty much like starting your own little online business, okay? And sometimes business is booming and sometimes business isn't. But it's all about how you save your money and what you do with the money that you make. YouTubers know that some months you can make thousands of dollars and some months you can barely make $1,000. You know, we all know that. So maybe, you know, going on vacation every month, or buying those new cars, or buying a $1 million house with a YouTube check isn't always the smartest decision unless you literally have it backed up. And it just is what it is, y'all. It just is what it is. In my opinion, I just don't feel like this should fall on the weight of the subscribers. Like, I just don't. I don't feel like any of this is the subscribers, this isn't the subscribers' mess to clean up. Like, they shouldn't necessarily have to go and put money into your GoFundMe, and you shouldn't start acting like a bitch and cussing in every damn video, acting crazy as hell when you're not making as much money on GoFundMe. It's just like, when did it become their job to pay you for something that you started? Y'all, we just gotta do better. we just gotta do better. Like, we just have to do better. I cannot wait till this is all over. I feel like in the next couple of months, maybe people will get it together, maybe YouTube will get it together. I don't know. I feel for the YouTubers out there though that are used to getting, you know, 10K a month and are now getting like 2 and 3. I feel for them because, you know, over time they probably have saved up enough to move into those big houses and drive those luxury cars or whatever, and now they're just overnight making like a lot less than they're supposed to make just because of monetization issues. But if you're being smart with the money as it was coming in, it wouldn't really be so much of a problem, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, you would have it in savings and you would have invested some of it so that this wouldn't happen to you. But if you are a YouTuber and you're watching this video, don't take offense, you know, especially if you ain't even doing GoFundMes or Patreons. But even if you are, like, don't take offense to it. Just hear me out, kind of, because I kind of just read through the comments of some people's videos and just listened to a few subscribers' videos and listened to what they were saying in the comments, and this is pretty much what they were saying, you know. Just give them what they asked for. Listen to your subscribers, because a lot of the times they tell you how it is straight up. They're the ones that's supporting you since day one. Their opinion actually matters. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't attack me too bad in the comments, girl. Y'all know how I get. I'm just playing, bitch. I'm not gonna cry about it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next upload.